What to do, people? It's Hero of the Streets here again. Now I'm bringing you the review of Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 135. Now I'm gonna make this a little bit spotty for a couple of reasons, mainly because I just have like little thoughts here and there. So now let me talk about Narutoshi Kamo. He is the current head of the Kamo clan, and honestly I'm convinced that name is a title that is assigned to whoever is the head. Now let me talk about Narutoshi Kamo very quickly. I had to track back a little bit in the earlier chapters of the Goodwill event. The Goodwill event is when Tokyo was facing Kyoto and it was just a little school battle basically. I had to track back to this for one reason. I had to read up on Narutoshi Kamo. I had to remember what he's about and who he is, and as I said before, I am convinced that Narutoshi Kamo is a title. Now, I say this for two reasons. One, he's speaking to Megumi, Zenin / Fushiguro. See why I did that? Because he wants to act like the head of the Kamo clan and he's treating Megumi in the same regard, and he expects that sort of behavior from him because they are the same in his eyes. Now, Megumi Fushiguro, son of Toji and a random woman, a Fushiguro, and Megumi has no ties to that clan anymore. He doesn't really care, even though he has inherited their technique. But he's also technically an outsider to the clan. So like, he's special, but also shunned. So now, when it comes to Megumi and his name, I'm not getting into him. I'm getting into Kamo Narutoshi. He was actually the son of a concubine in the woman's eyes, but he has inherited the technique that they wanted, the blood manipulation technique. They wanted someone who had that ability, and they said, you know what, yeah, if you got that, then you can run for the head. He, as a child, was also always treated with like a high regard and a level of respect. And I feel like that's just gonna show his potential growth later down the line, and just show how skilled he would be as a fighter and as a person in the larger Jujutsu Kaisen universe, really. I say universe just because I'm kind of used to that sort of terminology, but yeah, so that's him. Yeah, let me talk about Yuki Tsukumo. Imagine though, DP, yeah, this is part 52, bro. This is absolutely mad. So, Yuki Tsukumo is another special class Jujutsu sorcerer. Not much is known about her except from the fact that she pretty much rolled up on Todo, just like, yo, what's he kind of girl? And Todo just had to shape up and that was it. Apart from that, I mean, she has a motorbike and she has some sort of centipede-ish looking, I guess, Shikigami just around her. So, but again, we still don't know much about her except from she exists pretty much. So, Yuji Itadori, please follow me with this here, because I might be onto something here. I might be sick for clocking this, or I'm just like another dude on Reddit with a bad theory, who knows. But yeah, so as mentioned in the chapter, Choso's like, yo, should I defend my brother? And Panda asked the question like, yo, are you guys related? And are you like giving off freaky pheromones? So my theory here, my little thought about this is this. If you guys read Marvel comics, there was an event, I think like maybe 2 years ago, called Secret Empire. Now this was about how Captain America was revealed to be a hidden Hydra agent the entire time. That had the comic part of the streets in a twist, because they were like, rah, Captain America was Hydra the entire time. And the connotations of this, like, think about it, he was affiliated with like let's say Germany in that way. That's a little bit mad, and some people are like torn and twisted, and I get it, cool, fine, it is what it is. You're used to a certain type of thing. A big change like that is an issue. The way this went down, the way no one actually noticed this, the way Captain America was still Captain America, just happened to be a Hydra agent, was because of a subtle change. So there was like but I know this is about manga, but here it is. So now this, basically there's a cosmic cube, which is basically like a very powerful object. Long story short, I'm gonna brush it down because I am not a comic channel, even though I can be. But yeah, I am not right now a comic channel, so take time in it. So there's a very powerful object which broke up into different shards, and one of the shards gained sentience and was influenced by Red Skull. If any of you guys know who Red Skull is, if you guys don't know, he was basically the head of Hydra. If you guys watch Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they're very seedy. If you guys watch any of the Captain America movies, you'll see the Donnie with the red face. Basically, that's Red Skull, isn't it? Bad guy. Alright, so he was actually pretty much, how do I put it, speaking to the sentient shard. So the shard was called Kobik, and he was like influencing the shard. And the shard didn't know right from wrong. Didn't know who Red Skull is or his history. She just saw Red Skull as, oh, this guy got a red face. Alright, cool. I mean, he's nice. So yeah. So now Red Skull's telling her this, that, and the other about how Hydra's wonderful, and low-key indoctrinating her into Hydra, but not like full force, like, okay, cool, now you gotta stand with the uniform and this, that, and the other, but just telling her how great Hydra is. So at one point, Red Skull, what he wanted to do was have Kobik turn Captain America into the best version of himself in it. So Captain America was old for a little bit, for a while, because some villain called Iron Nail pretty much sucked out the super soldier serum from him, so he was an old dude. Then he was getting clapped in, then Captain America was getting clapped in one event, and basically they were like, crap, save him, save him, save him. And so the best version of himself was bringing back Captain America as a super soldier, back to how we have always known him. But the thing is, what changed was the fact that he is also now a double agent. He's a Hydra soldier in disguise. No one knew this. Everyone was still under the belief that Captain America was still the Captain America that we know, but things changed. So now, the reason I bring this up is because Kobik used her powers to alter his timeline, and this timeline was literally only affecting Captain America. It was a small enough change which had a big impact on the wider world. So by changing Captain America's timeline to basically him being brought into Hydra at a very young age, that's the world he's always ever known. And so he's always been a Hydra agent, essentially. At Hydra's timeline, he's always been a Hydra agent, but then somehow he fandangled his way into S.H.I.E.L.D., and yeah, here he is. But by that subtle change, everything flipped. No one knew, but Kobik did that. Kobik didn't even know that that was a bad thing. Imagine you're in present time, Captain America comes back to his youth, but there's a little bit of seasoning there. He's a Hydra agent. So now with Yuji Itadori, he is, for everyone he impacts, and like, well, not for everyone, so far it's just Todo and Choso. Their timelines basically got altered. And they even say in the chapter that memories that never existed started flowing in. And so I think whether it's Itadori's binding vow with his granddad or whatever the hell, or maybe even something to do with his parents, which we don't know, he is affecting everyone else's timeline to basically say, I was always there. I think that's a sort of defense mechanism, to be honest, because both of these people were extremely hostile. Now, I think I said in a previous video that I thought it was a relationship between curses, stuff like that, but Todo had nothing to do with that. So I don't think it's that. That's void. So I reckon it's something to do with just immediate threats. It's weird because Itadori never thought he was going to fight someone as strong as Todo back then. And then fighting Choso as well. Choso gave him, boy, the fight of a lifetime, innit? I don't think he can affect curses. He can affect humans. But he hasn't fought many humans, innit? He's only seriously fought these two. He's had a lot of serious fights. And now when it comes to the humans, it's either a thing where, okay, they're immediate threats, so okay, cool, you know what? Let me make them believe that I've been their friend the entire time, no matter how it is. It's not a thing where it affects their curse technique, it's just their memory and how that kind of affects everything else. So it's the way it's implemented is different depending on the person, but the base rule would be, I am your friend, I am your ally, I am on your good side. And so that's why Todo turned his one-on-one with Itadori into, you know what, I'm going to train you in how you actually fight and how you use your curse energy. When it came to Choso was like, yo, I actually saw this guy dying through effect, through my curse technique. And see, that's the implementation which is all flexible. And so with that, it's just a thing where essentially for immediate human threats, I'm your friend now, don't fuck with me. He doesn't know that, obviously. He's not aware of the effect he has. Is it hypnosis? Maybe, who knows? I don't want to invoke the whole time travel thing, but you can see, hopefully you guys can see the parallels between the whole Captain America Steve Rogers thing and Yuji Itadori always being a brother or best friend of certain people. So like the next human he fights, an immediate threat, then bam. Now I know it's a bit left, but if it's also related to blood, where like Bloods was in contact with this person, then yeah, cool, it could fly, because he was stamped out by Todo, and also he was beaten up by Choso, so maybe blood splatter got in onto them or whatever the hell could have affected him in that sort of way. But I think it's a sort of defense mechanism to threats, to say, you know what, I'm in danger, I can't lose here. Nothing, I don't think it's anything to do with Sukuna. Could be, but that's a little bit for Sukuna to do something like that, given how prideful and arrogant he is. I don't think so. So yeah, that's my review. That's my review on chapter 135. I hope you guys enjoy. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.